In the bustling city of Iken Central, where luxury buses roared past roadside churches and gospel music mixed with street noise, lived a woman everyone admired, Sister Damilola Adebayo. She was not just a choir member. She was the holy chorus leader of Fire of Zion Chapel, a woman whose voice could make people cry during worship. When Damilola lifted the microphone, the entire church would fall under deep spiritual emotion. Her worship flowed like a river, pure, powerful, anointed. Many called her the voice of heaven. Pastors from across the city invited her to lead worship at conventions. Young singers gathered at her feet for mentorship. In church, she was a symbol of holiness. In public, a role model of discipline. But behind that angelic appearance, Damilola lived a secret life no one imagined. At sunrise, Damilola wore long flowing gowns, held her Bible, and led choir rehearsals. After sunset, she became someone else entirely. Hidden behind a cosmetic warehouse in the crowded Lagos outskirts sat a tiny locked shop with no signboard. Only trusted customers knew its location. Inside were adult pleasure items, illegal and taboo in the community. And Damilola owned the shop. She had created it years earlier when the choir stipend could no longer pay rent, feed her siblings, or care for her sick mother. She told herself, "I'm not cheating anyone. I'm just surviving." She never mingled with customers publicly. The business ran quietly, with trusted street middlemen sending buyers to her discreetly by appointment. Every night she went personally to receive payments. The same hands lifting worship during the day counted forbidden money in the night. The same mouth that prayed for holiness negotiated profits in secret. Damilola believed she had made peace with God in her heart. "My service wipes away my sins. My intentions are pure. I am not harming anybody." But the spiritual law remained. Light and darkness cannot share the same altar. One of her choir members, Zainab, a teenage soprano, lived near the market area. Late one evening she spotted a familiar figure entering the secret side street. It was Sister Damilola. Surprised, Zainab followed quietly. She watched as Damilola unlocked a hidden metal door and disappeared into the small shop. Curiosity burned. Zainab climbed a pile of cartons behind the structure and peeked through a cracked vent. Her heart froze. She saw shelves lined with forbidden adult merchandise. She saw cash bundles on the table. She saw Damilola at the counter, nothing holy about the moment. Zainab stumbled back into the night, shaken. The next Sunday, the church was full for Thanksgiving service. Damilola stepped forward to lead worship. Her opening song was strong, but suddenly, her voice failed. She tried again. Only a hoarse whisper escaped her lips. The keyboard faded to silence. Damilola collapsed on the altar as the congregation screamed. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors found nothing wrong. Her lungs were fine. Her throat was clear. Her brain showed no damage. Yet, her singing voice was permanently gone. She could speak faintly. but could never sing again. That night in her hospital bed, Damilola dreamed. She stood at a crossroad, one path shining brightly, the other soaked in shadow. A loud voice thundered. You sang about light, but sold darkness. You served heaven with your mouth, and the world with your hands. She tried to speak. No words came out. Suddenly fire swallowed her secret shop in the dream. Chains made from currency wrapped around her legs, pulling her backward toward darkness. Then the voice said, You cannot worship me with a divided heart. She awoke shaking and soaked in sweat. When the pastor and Zainab visited, Damilola could only cry. She took paper and pen and wrote everything. The secret shop, the illegal sales, the money, the hidden life, the guilt. The truth shattered the church leadership. Authorities quietly shut down the shop. She was removed as chorus leader. Without her business or ministry position, Damilola fell into poverty. The fame vanished. The invitations stopped. She took cleaning jobs just to survive. Every Sunday she sat among the congregation, where she once commanded the stage. Watching others sing songs she would never lead again. Her greatest gift was gone forever. Despite everything, Damilola stayed in church. She repented deeply. She learned to worship in silence. She became a helper, folding chairs, sweeping floors, mentoring youths quietly from the background. Years later, people still remembered her as the woman whose voice shook heaven, and also the woman whose double life silenced her. Final lesson. You cannot sing for God with your lips while selling sin with your hands. Secrets grow until they destroy their owners. Double lives always collapse. True worship begins when no one is watching. This story warns every believer. Your true altar is not the church stage. It is the secret place of your soul.